What's good, y'all? What's poppin' with y'all, man? We gotta talk about it though, man. On my Instagram people, TikTok people, don't forget to hit that follow button. Everybody on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man. Let's talk about the Yella Beezy and Boosie situation, man. I seen it, man. I was like, man, I seen the anger in boy face, man, and his words, man. I mean, he felt some type of way, man. You know what I'm saying? It is so crazy though, man. Growing up in Tyler Park and stuff like that, right? We was taught certain things, not to do, what to do, how to do it and stuff like that. Like one of the things I always say, like if I have money or something like that, I always tell people, never ask me for nothing in front of nobody. Because I was always taught you don't want people to think you sweet. You know what I'm saying? And I think what happened in this situation with Boosie and Beezy having a relationship, he may have never showed him the dark side of him. You know what I mean? You know how somebody come from out of town and you know what I mean, you trying to put them on with girls and make sure they have a good time. And all the dangerous people you try to keep away from them type thing. You know what I mean? Just showing them love when they come around and stuff like that. Now, somebody might get in their mind and think like, oh boy, sweet. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like that movie, man. I think it's called Be Cool with Cedric the Entertainer. You see the version of him when he around his homies compared to the version of him when he with his daughter, right? Completely different character. He's like the super gangster around his homies, around his daughter. He's like this professional guy, you know what I mean, talking proper and all of that. And I think that's what happened with the Yella Beezy thing. Is like everybody got multiple versions to them, and you know, Beezy's a gangster. And then when that Mo 3 situation happened, it's almost like this, man. It's like Beezy got smoke all in his face, right? And somebody busting shots off, and you standing with the guy. And you standing with the guy, you know what I mean, that I got problems with, right? Then he said something on the internet, Boosie said something on the internet, they kind of probably rubbed everybody the wrong kind of way, you know what I'm saying? And I think what happened was when Boosie went to go show love to Mo 3, then he gonna try to go eat in the neighborhood Yella Beezy was in. It almost came off as a disrespectful gesture, like, oh, you know what I mean, we ain't like that. We could just, people could just pull up and do whatever they want to do. And he was basically saying he ain't got to tell nobody to do nothing because there's a respect factor that come with that. And then it's like, I always look at it from this perspective too. Boosie is a king in his neighborhood, and he also well respected in the industry. I feel like Yella Beezy might be a king in his environment, but he ain't got the respect Boosie got. You feel what I'm saying? The respect ain't there like that. You know what I mean? Because of the things Boosie went through and how he never taught. He was ready to take the needle. People look at Boosie as a stand-up guy. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, we can't discredit Yella Beezy, you know what I'm saying, for nothing, because his not paperwork, but his standards or whatever he is in his hood and his neighborhood may be top notch. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because he only showing you the good version of himself. He's not showing you the flip version of himself. But I think sometimes you pulling out that other character when you start to do things disrespectful to them, making that person look sweet. That's all I felt it was. It was like that thing with like, oh, we sweet. You know what I'm saying? Because when he had the interview, I could see like his triggers was all the way off. Like, you know what I mean? I want to see him in front of me, see what his energy like. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that'll never happen. You know what I'm saying? Once your peoples that you connected to do something like that, put the man in the wheelchair and all that, I don't think nobody ever gonna talk again. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody gonna have no talking or none of that. And then this man's no longer here. I don't feel like nobody gonna be doing no talking no more at this point. But at the end of the day, Yella Beezy is in his neighborhood might be top guy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he showed a version of himself where he was trying to show love. And I think people sometimes, when people showing love, they'll think things sweet. And I think that's what happened in this situation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I think you got to be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Because people be having multiple versions of themselves. And sometimes they trying to get away from that demon that they got inside of them. You know what I mean? That can come out at any moment, at any second. That's why me, as a person, bro, I know this the good version they showing me. That's why I don't play with people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, if a person come at me, I got to defend myself. You know what I mean? Respectfully. And then if I'm out of town or come, I'm showing them love. Once again, you don't want to put the dangerous individuals around that guy. So he don't see none of that. So he don't know that it's some real people around you. You know what I mean? So like I said before, I just think with that situation, it was just like a misunderstanding, or Boosie didn't really know what he said or how he said it, how it was going to affect the other person, or he maybe didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? But they felt a type of way about how he came off and stuff like that. It was almost like it was sweet. Like I said before, like that's like Houston, anywhere you go, at LA, anywhere, it's like there's a certain respect you give to those environments because they'll eat you alive. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing sweet going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no sweet stuff going on, man. People ain't playing out here, man, for real. I always say, once people start falling from both sides of the spectrum, this ain't sweet no more. This ain't no game no more. This ain't no joke no more. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Like, everything real at this moment in this time. And we can't play around with it. When people start playing around with it, it's gonna get dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you have a person to show you the good side of themselves. But when you start saying the wrong thing, moving the wrong way, connecting to the wrong people, you gotta expect what's gonna come next. Like I said, I don't tell nobody to do nothing like that. I got respect for both of them guys, but I understand why Beezy felt that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said before, it's always this thing like, just imagine that, right? Like, you connected to a person enemy, and like I said, smoke all in front of your face, shot being blown off, and you know that guy out of town, and he don't really know what type of pressure going on right now, so he don't get the stigma of what's about to happen. You know what I mean? And you like, damn, I don't want to get, bro. Why I don't want to get, boy? But boy, he hanging with the wrong guy. So all of a sudden, that boy problem becomes your problem now, even though you are out of town. You know what I'm saying? Because you stand up with the wrong individuals, right? That's all I gotta say about that, man.